Oh my god, do we have so much to talk about today? Oh,
So
wow.
much so that this is the least prepared I have ever been for a
Either of us
stream.
have ever been prepared for something like this.
Also, like 3 to 5 minutes before stream, Kevin just drops. See how we do without a doc to refer to all of our topics from. So I was like, oh, goody.
We're going dockless.
We're going it. I was gonna say we're going in dark, but like we're going in dock, but that doesn't make sense because we're going in without one.
We're going in dry dock. That's where we're going in as.
No dock, all balls.
Something like that.
Welcome to Amusement Mile, everybody. I'm Jared. With me, as always, is Kevin. We've had a lot of showcases the past week, and there are a lot of game announcements to talk about. I don't even know if we're hitting tech topics today or what.
We're not going to hit tech topics today.
We're just talking about games, games, and games.
Hold on, let me see. I mean, we could hit a few tech topics real quick. Something that I know right off the bat, Apple held their yearly WDCC event where they revealed their next product slate for the next year. I believe that they showcased a new MacBook Air and they increased the price from $999 to $1199 for the base model, and it only has 256 gigs of storage in 2022, so that's great. Yeah, very mid. They also said that it destroys an RTX 3090 Ti.
That does not check out in my brain.
At I think it was 100 watts. That checks out, but it's very misleading because at 100 watts, a 3090 Ti is essentially kneecapped because you're not letting it. You're essentially shooting a horse in the foot so that it can only walk and not run. That's what you're doing. Yeah, like a 3090 Ti needs a lot of power and able to demonstrate how powerful it really is. So that's very misleading, but they've done that before. We got iOS 16 debuted. We got a first look at iOS 16. You can customize your lock screen like never before. They showcased many different instances where you can have widgets pop up on the screen like you wouldn't before. Like they showed an image where you have an Uber notification and it shows you there's a countdown timer to where it is on the map and where the distance in relative to where you are. So that's pretty cool. New weather lock screens as well if you are interested in knowing the weather at any given moment. Yeah, always on display I think is something that they're gonna try to do now. They improved Apple My Home devices so you can actually link your Apple iPhone to your Apple Home devices. So like if you have an Apple security cam, you can view your camera directly from your phone now. So so that's pretty sick. Widgets on lock screen, yada yada yada. Yeah. They introduced something called Apple Pay Later, which is essentially Apple financing.
That's actually pretty neat.
Instead of paying something right now, if you use Apple Pay Later, you could finance it over 4 separate payments. So that's pretty good. I'm not sure about what all.
I was about to say, are there limitations? It has to be 4 payments, not like 40.
No, it has to be 4 payments.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's still a really cool. That's a really cool feature.
I mean, other people have done it first. Like there was another one.
I know, but this is a good step.
Like Klarna, like that's been around for a while now.
I've never heard of Klarna in my fucking life
because Apple didn't want you to. So because they want to be like, we did it first. So they very much suppress the marketing that Klarna has done. But Klarna
good to
actually
know.
was a big partner with Newegg because you could
okay.
Financing PC parts is actually makes it pretty affordable to
I can't even remember it now. What the fuck did I call Newegg?
Good Egg. You called
Good
it
Egg.
Good Egg the first time. Even Kinder Egg I would have liked better.
Kinder Egg.
If you called it Kinder Egg, I would have been like, that's clever. You never know what you're gonna get when you order from Newegg. They have new features on Apple CarPlay stereo systems. It's integrated with many more car controls, including the internal HVAC system, so you can now control your AC and your heat directly from your Apple CarPlay stereo. You have a speedometer gauge on your stereo as well. Bunch of different customizable skins. And Apple CarPlay is gonna work apparently with all of them, regardless of how you choose to design your custom layout. We got a new design of Apple Watch OS. It is Apple Watch OS 9. New haptic and force feedback. The Apple Fitness app is available to all iPhone users that use iPhone motion sensors on the devices. There's a new Apple Sleep app, which is going to be present in Watch OS 9, which tracks REM sleep, core sleep, and deep stage sleep. I don't know much about sleep cycles, but I've never heard of deep stage. Or I guess that's what they just call deep sleep. New rich complications, podcast stuff, yada yada yada. They're adding an interesting new feature to help people diagnose with atrial fibrillation, which is essentially an irregular heartbeat, which times it can track the amount of time your heart spends in fibrillation and can identify the time of day or week your AFib is most active.
What?
And it's essentially it's a monitoring tool that tracks whenever your heartbeat is irregular. They're taking it to the FDA and they expect to receive clearance for it soon. That's a bit of a red flag for me because if it doesn't have FDA clearance, by the way, FDA clearance, not FDA approval. FDA clearance means that you've basically like filed some paperwork. That's it. So if they haven't even filed the fucking paperwork for this shit yet, like come on, like you can push some papers, Apple. That's what you're best at. So yeah, we got the new M2 silicon chip announced. It is 1.9 times faster than M1 chips from Apple. 20 billion transistors, 15.8 trillion operations per second, yada yada yada. 16 cores, 50% more memory bandwidth, 100 gigabytes a second memory bandwidth, and 24 gigs of LPDDR5. So yeah, still misleading about how competitive they are in the graphics space, so I don't like that. They debuted 4 new colors for their MacBook Air. The colors are Space Gray, which is standard, Silver, also standard, but 2 new colors. Starlight, which seems like it's kind of almost like a gold kind of tinge to it, like a brass/gold kind of tinge. And then Midnight, which is like a dark violet borderline black, which is like
I like that a lot.
Yeah, I'm very very partial to it. Has a standard 1080p webcam and like USB-C ports, micro SD card slot, I think, which is very nice. Revised new speakers. They are operating on a refreshed version of macOS called Ventura. Looks pretty good. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing really to write home about with it. It just looked like they refreshed the ecosystem a bit. Updates to iPad OS. Weather. Finally got a weather app separately on iPad. It takes them this long to get that. Oh my god. What are you doing? They really don't give a shit about the iPad, do they? Freeform, which is a whiteboarding app, reference color mode, and windows can now be resized. And they did a big thing. They did a virtual memory swap so that it allows apps to actually recognize that, oh, you have 16 gigs of memory because this is an iPad Pro, and not recognize that it has only 6 gigs of memory, so that you're kneecapped at 6 gigs, which is great.
Okay.
But yeah, that's the recap from Apple. I think that's the only tech topic we'll run through today because that was a lot. We have so many more games to get through right now. First things first, let's talk about the big boy.
Summer Game Fest 2022.
Summer Game Fest. So, right off the bat, I want to know, Jared. I want to know. What was your favorite? What was your favorite Wednesday?
Fucking hell, man. It's
It was a lot. It was a lot.
I'm all right. I'll say the one I'm most excited for. I mean, I'm not even going to include One Piece Odyssey because we already knew about it. We didn't really get much from the new announcement.
Right.
Honestly, the one I'm most excited for, it's what's up, Violet? The one I'm most excited for is Metal Hellsingers.
Really? I was not expecting that.
I'm excited for the sleepers, honestly, out of this.
For the underrated ones.
Yeah, no. So Metal Hellsingers looks like a much better BPM, being bullets per minute. No hate on that game. Very repetitive, and I think that Metal Hellsingers is BPM walked so Metal Hellsingers could fly, essentially.
Right.
But the sleeper I'm actually really excited for is Neon White. Really?
Really?
It looks like it looks so much fun. It looks like so much fun.
Yeah.
I want to ask you what yours are as well. Like the one you're excited for and the sleeper that you think is going to be like really great. Mm-hmm. And then I want to talk about a specific sequel, but branded as threequel.
Branded as threequel. Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about too.
Yes,
I know exactly.
So don't mention it until we get there because I was losing my mind in the trailer. Okay, continue.
I mean, I think my favorite, like, I was stuck between the two of them. Like I like literally.
There were so many really good ones. Like it was hard for me to pick.
I like literally like my jaw dropped when I saw the Last of Us remake like actually come up and like.
It's so gorgeous.
Like in terms of like a narrative adventure, I have never seen a game look that good. So like I'm excited about that just because I love The Last of Us so much. But I think the game that I actually enjoyed seeing the most and hearing from the most was the Callisto Protocol. And I don't know if you were watching it with headphones on. I was watching it with headphones on. Dude, the audio engine that they used, I love Dead Space. I love what they did with it.
And the two of us were freaking out. Like, I was watching it live, and Kevin unfortunately was at work, so he couldn't really watch it. But we were freaking out. Like he caught the early bit of it when the Callisto Protocol showed up, and we were both just like Kevin texted me like, they brought back curb stomping. And I'm so excited. That's one of my favorite mechanics, of just stomping the shit out of a box and missing it like 3 times to get resources. And some of my favorite memories from Dead Space.
And I'm just so excited because it looks like they brought so many different Dead Space things. Because the original creators are working on it right now, and like, even though EA technically owns the license to Dead Space, like they're like the people who are working on Callisto Protocol, they're like, yeah, this is Dead Space. What are you gonna do, sue us?
Yeah, it's literally like this is such a fucking love letter to Dead Space. Like just the goriness as well. They teased a couple of the gruesome deaths that you can succumb to. It's so great.
Like the function of the grip, the new gun that you have.
It reminds me of Half-Life.
No, I don't know if you picked up on it, but immediately I was like, when it actually held someone in the air, I was like, this is how they're replacing kinesis.
Yep.
Like, this is how
we got a little
kinesis.
Echo on Kev.
Got a little echo on Kev.
He says.
I'm not hearing anything.
Let me turn this up. Oh, I kind of hear it. Yeah, it's like a hollowness.
A hollowness?
That was an awful way of me describing it.
Yeah, like
I did not. I only made things more difficult for you.
I don't hold it against you. Like you're nothing if not a thesaurus. That's a double negative for you.
Fuck you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hear it, and I don't see any audio levels that are out of whack. So I think we're just gonna roll with it. If it's just,
jiggle some wires and say it's good, and let's keep going.
If it's just a small one, I think we're just gonna keep it.
Now, now that we've you said the one you're most excited for.
Callisto
Let me know
Protocol.
one of the sleepers that you're
The sleepers, I think, so I'm stuck between two. I'm keeping my eye on Midnight Fight Express because it very much seems like that roguelike beat 'em up, be as badass as you can be type of games. I think that's
Okay.
I think that's gonna scratch a lot of try hard itches for a lot of the try hard gamers out there. Because it's marketed as like, yeah, this is a hard game, like Hotline Miami, like that type of game.
Speaking of Hotline Miami, Devolver Digital had their showcase as well.
Right,
A
yeah.
lot of very fun stuff.
We'll talk about that later. But I think the sleeper that people didn't give enough attention to, but I think is going to be really good, is Fort Solis.
I was actually I was gonna bring a couple things up after you talked about. I am also very excited for Fort Solis.
Yeah, I mean,
I just
obviously you got Troy Baker and you got Roger Clark, Arthur Morgan himself. Like,
yeah, literally, like in like live capture too. Like
Yeah.
it's them in the game essentially.
yeah. But I'm just so excited for this, and obviously Marvel's Midnight Suns. Like, and love seeing Spiderman.
Looks so much fun. And we last night we actually watched both trailers, this one and the announcement trailer. And I love the use of Metallica for like
It's
marketing.
part of the soundtrack. It's gotta be. They've showed two Metallica songs now. It's gotta be.
It has to be a fucking metal soundtrack, and I'm so stoked for it. A couple games from the Summer Game Fest that I wanted to cover. We talked about Callisto Protocol. I wanted to throw shade at Aliens Dark Descent because they couldn't have come up with a more unoriginal title. Amnesia Dark Descent has been like a staple and like a foundation for like modern horror games, and they literally just ripped it off. I'm not salty.
They also showed all of 4 seconds of gameplay.
Yeah, and the 4 seconds of gameplay, I was like, oh.
Top down isometric. Don't underrate it. Like, it's pretty good. Like, it's pretty nice. But
definitely have to be into it.
Yeah, I'll need to see more before if I decide that I'm into.
I'm very like this specifically Summer Game Fest, but I unfortunately that was the only one I was able to catch. So after we stop talking about Summer Game Fest, I'm flying blind, and Devolver, I should say as well.
Right.
But Fort Solis looks so good. I am intrigued. They gave us just enough for James Gunn's TED Talk of the mystery box.
Right.
Where like I want to know more. I never heard about Outriders World Slayer, like Outriders as like an actual game, but Outriders World Slayer actually looked kind of fun.
Don't you remember when I talked about it? Like, it came out April 2021. I talked about it for like a bit.
No, I don't.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean,
but
like,
yeah, this one looked pretty cool.
It was like kind of one of those games. It was like, oh, it's here. Oh, it's gone. You probably
another,
don't remember it because that right after that, Resident Evil Village came out.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for this other sci-fi horror game, Routine.
Routine sounds great.
Jeff Keighley dropped that Mick Gordon is going to be doing the soundtrack. Mick Gordon famously, like other games aside, just recently did the Doom soundtracks, and the music goes so hard. Let's see. Oh, okay. It's time to talk about it. So, did you actually watch? First of all, there was no Goat Simulator 2. You cannot convince me that there was a Goat Simulator 2.
There was not Goat Simulator 2.
So, Goat Simulator 3 was announced. This trailer, it was a ripoff of Dead Island Riptide. It was a parody of Dead Island Riptide, right?
No, it was a parody of Dead Island 2. You know, that game that never came out that's still technically
Dead Island Riptide. That's what it was called.
No.
Really?
Dead Island 2. Dead Island Riptide is a DLC expansion for Dead Island.
Oh, okay. So I was I was freaking out. So that was a a lapse on my part because I was freaking out. I was like, holy shit, they're actually doing Dead Island 2. And fucking, I'm watching the trailer. Even like the dude with the headphones had the D on the headphone, and I was just like, yes, yes. And I was like, wait, I've seen this trailer before. I was like, something's off. And then the fucking goats started appearing. I was like, no, 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 no. Violet, you're a glitch in the Matrix.
I swear I own Goat Simulator 2.
It's not a game. It's not a game. There's no way Goat Simulator 2 is a game.
Goat Simulator 2 is not a game.
It is not a game.
It's not.
I typed in Goat, and the first thing that came up was Goat Simulator 2, not 3, because people were like, was there a second one?
Goat Simulator 2 does not exist. I mean, technically, Goat Simulator 2 is also Goat Simulator 3.
No, it is Goat Simulator 3.
Well, Goat
but
Simulator
they're just
3
fucking
is
with us.
also Goat Simulator 2 because it is the second one. It's all relative.
Numbers are fake. Time is an illusion.
We got a bigger look at Cuphead: The Delicious Last Course DLC, which is releasing.
It looks really good.
End of this month, which I'll probably jump back into Cuphead actually because I never finished it, like not completely.
I finished the base game. There was another DLC that I didn't play.
We got an increased look at Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge, which looks sick. Apparently, they have a new 6-player co-op mode, which I'm really interested in trying. And apparently, it also supports crossplay between PC,
oh, that's dope.
PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. So this seems like a cool game to play with your friends, especially if you guys were into old arcade beat-em-up games.
We got a cool other look of One Piece Odyssey. It was just we didn't really get anything new. It was just a cool like intro cutscene that gave every one of the crew members a freeze frame and their name, which was fun. I had a great time watching it, but nothing really new.
We got a new look at Saints Row Boss Factory, which is a customization tool in the new Saints Row coming out this August. I'm very excited about it because like it seems like they're pushing concepts that the original Saints Row games like held, but like they never fully achieved. So it seems like they're going that extra mile. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens.
Yeah. And then other things. Oh, the sequel to Layers of Fear. Layers of Fears.
It's not a sequel. It's a full reboot of the franchise.
Oh. Some sort of follow-on is what I'm reading from the article.
Yeah, a spiritual successor, but like it's like technically a full reboot.
Fair. It's a sequel. I shouldn't say that. Sequel to Final Fantasy 2. It's completely separate. I don't think they're imagining the first game. I think it's like its own story.
I mean, that's exactly what I read that they said that they were doing in a developer interview about the game.
I'd have to look into it more. I'm just very excited because Layers of Fear was fucking horrifying.
Dude, it looks so good. It's being made in Unreal Engine 5.
It looks so good.
Sick. Got a new gameplay demo of Gotham Knights. Not too excited about it.
It looks fun. What are you talking about?
It looks stiff. The gameplay just looks stiff.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Warhammer 40k Darktide. I actually might start.
Looks like
getting into Warhammer. Actually, like it looks like the new games coming out, like Space Marine 2 and Darktide. Like they look pretty sick.
He says he's getting into Warhammer and is like, I'm gonna play the games.
Okay, listen. The tabletop. Listen, I don't think I'll ever be a full tabletop stand because like that is. You think gaming takes up a large amount of your time?
Oh no,
Oh, wow.
I talked with Izzy about this, where I was like, down the road, I really do like. I've always been fascinated by Warhammer, and like I wanted to do that with my dad. One of the things one of the regrets I never got the chance to do, because like at like this age, I would definitely be doing that with him.
Right.
So, have you all seen that Overwatch is going free to play?
That was from...
Announced it earlier today.
You're spoiling it! You're spoiling it for him!
Hey, yo, what?
Yeah, Overwatch 2 is going free to play.
Overwatch 2?
Yeah, spoiler, Overwatch 2 is coming out in the fall of this year. That was one of the things that got revealed at the Xbox showcase.
Oh, damn. They're desperate.
You know, Overwatch 2, I was watching this with Maddie.
The most anticipated sequel.
I was watching the Xbox showcase with Maddie, and I said, Overwatch 2, basically Overwatch 1, except with new maps and a single new character. That's it.
Junk Queen?
That's it. Nope, actually Wastelander. That's the new character.
Who the fuck is Junker Queen then?
Junker Queen. I thought that was a new character just to Overwatch 1.
Yeah, no, Overwatch 2. Showcase also revealed the introduction of a brand new hero for the roster, Junker Queen.
I didn't see that. I was watching the showcase too.
She's orange.
I was watching the showcase and I didn't see her.
I guess I'll take your word for it. I didn't see the showcase.
That should tell you how memorable that character was if I didn't see her and I was literally watching the trailer. Other things though, we got a gameplay trailer of the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 reboot.
It looked very good.
I'm actually gonna buy this Call of Duty, I think, because Modern Warfare 2 was my favorite Call of Duty. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and pull the trigger on that.
It looked pretty impressive.
New gameplay look at Street Fighter 6, which looks really good. Looks really
very
good.
clean.
Like Street Fighters never look so cool.
Chun-Li's thighs have never been this thick.
Right. Some other smaller games, American Arcadia, High Water, other games like that. But that's pretty much it. Those are the big titans of games that we got. Oh, also, first screenshot of the Last of Us show and confirmation that a Last of Us standalone multiplayer game is coming out as well. So that's going to be interesting. Apparently,
my buddy Tater is going to be pleased because he plays Last of Us multiplayer still.
Oh, really? I thought it was going offline. I thought Factions was... did Factions go offline?
They literally played it last night. Oh, the character's name is Junker Queen. Her animated teaser was titled Wastelander.
Oh, so we were talking about the same character and just didn't know it.
Yep.
They never said the name Junk Queen. So... Junker Queen.
Dude, Junkrat is now a fucking simp, canonically. Junker Queen, he's just like, anything for you.
Oh, okay, I understand. So, again, we're both right. The Last of Us multiplayer is offline. However, you can still play it in a LAN party or couch co-op.
Okay.
So there's that. Yeah, they officially took the multiplayer servers for Factions multiplayer for Last of Us offline in 2019. Very sad. I enjoyed the hell out of Last of Us multiplayer. It was good multiplayer. All right, what do you want to cover first? Xbox Showcase?
Yeah, let's do it. That's the order you gave it to me in this email.
Word. All right, so first thing. New gameplay of Hollow Knight Silk Song.
I'm so fucking stoked. That was another thing that I saw that was confirmed. Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
So good. Still don't have like a full release date on that yet. They just gave us 2023 and that's all we got.
But they also announced it will be day one Game Pass when it releases.
Well, pretty much like every game at this showcase. Spoiler alert, if you're wondering.
Yeah.
So I don't think that even necessitates mentioning for any other thing, because I was watching it after every single game review. It was like, playable on Game Pass. And most of them were playable on Game Pass day one. We also got a new look at Redfall, which actually looks like what Back 4 Blood was trying to be. So,
okay.
I might actually throw down with this and try it. Uh, it looks like you have like 4 different unique characters with each different abilities. There's Layla, who's like the psychic kinetic powered one. She's like the only one with like superpowers, basically. Uh,
Okay.
there's a character that's like a master of the arcane magic arts, or like studying the weird and the macabre sort of stuff. There's another
Love it. I love it.
there's another character that's sort of like a tinkerer slash robot mechanic that has a cute little robot companion that jumps up and down and helps you fight the vampires. And then there's
You've already sold me. You don't have to keep going.
then there's Jacob, who has a holographic sort of camouflage suit where he literally turns invisible and is like he's a sharpshooter. And he's like a wise ass, which is pretty cool. So
Good.
I'm pretty stoked about those characters, but I think I'm gonna keep my eye on Redfall. I clowned on it in the beginning, but it kind of looks cool.
Yeah.
Also, something you need to know about. Justin Roiland has a new project he's working on. A new FPS called High on Life, where your guns talk to you in Justin Roiland's voice.
Oh, thank fucking God.
Yeah, if you
I'm so glad Squanch Games is actually doing more stuff besides Trover Saves the Universe.
Squanch Games, and like your guns are alive and they talk and crack jokes at you while you use them. Like
I'm looking at this thumbnail and it also looks like your knife is alive as well.
That's Stabby. And he likes to stab things. Like, dude, like in the trailer, you literally stab someone in the neck and you have him literally like orgasming out of pleasure. Like he's plunged into somebody's neck and he's just like, oh yes, more.
Hold on, okay. Keep talking, I want to watch this trailer.
Oh my God, it's so funny, dude. We also got confirmation that all of Riot Games' gaming catalog, so League of Legends Wild Rift, which is a mobile game, Legends of Runeterra, Teamfight Tactics, and Valorant are all making their way to Game Pass and will now be free for Game Pass subscribers, which is pretty sick. I myself might jump back into Valorant now that it's on Game Pass and it's easy to play from there.
Maybe, yeah.
Because I did like Valorant. Me and Bryn used to play Valorant a lot when it was first
Didn't play it.
When it was first coming out. It's basically like CS:GO Overwatch, you know. It's
CS:GO Overwatch.
Pretty sick though. A new look at Forza Motorsport, which is coming out next spring, which is coming out spring 2023. By the way, I think video game graphics have a new standard because the level of detail that they showed off in here is like how lighting and particularly physics should look in games from now on.
Is it Unreal 5?
No, and that's the crazy thing.
Damn.
Because I literally couldn't tell if it was or not. But like, watch the trailer, watch the extended trailer for. They took like 10 minutes to review all the different systems in it, like all the different graphical systems in it. But watch the trailer and you're gonna be like, shit, this is beautiful. This is a beautiful game. Also, got gameplay of A Plague Tale Requiem.
I know, dude. Oh God, and I can't wait.
Spoiler for those of you who haven't seen the trailer yet. Amicia is taking the gloves off.
Fuck yeah.
She is taking the gloves off. No more Mr. Nice French Lady. We got a new trailer for the 40th anniversary edition for Microsoft Flight Simulator. We got more vehicles getting added into the game. I think this November is when the 40th anniversary actually releases. And confirmation as free DLC.
Hell yeah.
The Halo Infinite Pelican is going to be in Microsoft Flight Simulator now. So you are now able to go into space in Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Oh my God.
With the Pelican.
That adds so much to the game.
Hey dude, I'm so excited. Cuz it already looks good from like an aerial standpoint, but imagine going into the atmosphere with that thing. Oh, be so cool.
You made us a clip?
Made us a clip.
I'm terrified.
I'm scared.
Send it to me over Snap or however you can send it to me. Oh, speaking of Horizon, or not yet, not Horizon. Forza.
Dude, this was sick. I was
this
so
DLC
excited to see this.
So Forza Horizon 5 is getting a
DLC.
It's free DLC. It is a Hot Wheels DLC where you can make these crazy ass tracks because they saw the success of the Hot Wheels racing game, which came out of the fucking woodwork, was a fucking underdog success, and they are taking it in stride, and this looks like a fucking blast. This looks like something out of fucking...
back into Forza Horizon 5 now.
This looks like something out of fucking GTA 5 impromptu races. Dude, like, this is awesome.
I'm so excited. I'm gonna jump back into Forza Horizon 5 like this week.
This blows the water out of the potential for Forza Horizon 5's like racing. This is so cool.
You can literally build a track. I don't know if you see the thumbnail for the video, you can literally build a track that goes into the sky.
Yes.
Like with how ridiculous it is. More news for Fallout 76 fans. Returning to a familiar location, the Pit, which is from the actually it's DLC from Fallout 3. Way back in 2008.
Okay.
Yeah. No, fan favorite location, the Pit. That being said, I'm not a fan of Fallout 76.
I was about to say you were like, this is like news for Fallout 76 fans, and that's why I was like, who?
Got new gameplay for Scorn, being billed as biopunk horror. And while they did say there is shooting present in Scorn, it is not a shooter.
Okay.
The narration went, every encounter has to be carefully considered.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm about that.
More of a survival game. A game that I think you should check out in your spare time, Jared, that I think is right up your alley, is Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn, where you're essentially sort of like a warrior knight / mage that has like a fox-like companion.
Fox-like companion
that has like magical abilities of their own. You use a flintlock pistol and a tomahawk axe as your weapons, but it looks pretty cool. I think you should watch the trailer for it because I'm not doing it I'm not doing it justice just by describing it. So go watch the trailer. We got a look at Lightyear Frontier, which is basically like a sim, like a gardening sim, like basically farm simulator in space. But it looks so cool. Like I was talking with Maddie, I was like, this is the game that you come after a hard day at work and you just come and like manage your space garden. Like it's so nice. It's so
This is a very good clip, Violet. Thank you.
You'll have to show that to me later.
I will send it to you.
New visual novel that I was interested in, As Dusk Falls, and it quite literally is a visual novel, similar to like an Until Dawn, but like not with a murder horror like background like going on in it. Has more of like a intriguing narrative crime thriller story about it. Like more like, think along the lines of more like Heavy Rain sort of thing.
Okay.
But like it's a visual novel. Think about that.
I like that.
We got a reveal of The Last Case of Benedict Fox, which seems like a Metroidvania style game where you solve the mystery of your father's death as well as your family's dark secrets and heritage. Which seems pretty cool. Grounded, the game where you are a bunch of children shrunk down to insect fighting size and you fight a bunch of bugs in the garden, is finally going full release. It is going a full 1.0 release in September of this year. Finally leaving early access after 3 years.
Good shit.
Yeah. Erebon Shadow Legacy is a stylish third-person isometric ninja-style game where you murder robots and stab them in the eyes. And you are literally... I don't know how to describe this other than you become one with the shadows.
I was about to say, it's a lot to unpack what you started with, but that sounds fucking awesome.
we should watch a few of these trailers together actually, because I'm not gonna do like a lot of them justice. Got a gameplay trailer and an extended look at Diablo 4. Oh my god.
Yeah, dude.
I have never played Diablo. Full disclosure, I think I might with this one. They showed off a new necromancer class to start off with, but I'm very interested in it. They debuted season 7 of Sea of Thieves, where you can finally become the official captain of your own ship. Which I don't know how you have a pirate game and you're not able to be a captain right off the bat. Like, am I the only one that is crazy thinking about that? Your mic is off.
No. No. I was just doing it too quietly. You couldn't hear me. No.
Ravenlock seems like it's very inspired by Alice in Wonderland. You'll see what I mean if you watch the trailer.
I see it.
Yep. Wolong Fallen Dynasty seems like a new Dynasty Warriors inspired sort of game.
Okay, so I'm looking at the thumbnail for Wolong Fallen Dynasty, and I see like the thumbnail in this article that you sent me. It's the dude with the huge ass spear and like the 2 feathers. I think that's Lu Bu.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure that's Lu Bu. Famous Mongolian warrior.
Maybe.
I believe Mongolian, either Mongolian or Chinese. I can't remember.
Right.
But I literally recognize the silhouette from Record of Ragnarok.
All right, don't scroll down because I want to tell you these next few. Don't scroll down. I want to tell you about these next few, and I want to get your live reaction.
Okay.
So we all love the Persona games.
A river in a desert. Okay, yeah.
We all love the Persona games. And now, for the first time, Persona 3 Portable, Persona 4 Golden, and Persona 5 Royal are all coming to Xbox Game Pass. So for the first time, Persona games are going to be available on an Xbox console.
Well, I have pissed my pants.
Oh, just wait. That was the warm-up. Are you ready for this?
There's the warm-up?
Are you ready for this next one? Xbox Game Studios is partnering with none other than Kojima Productions to make an exclusive title for Xbox consoles and PC.
Kojima was quoted. I did hear about this one too. He is partnered with Microsoft to make a game that he has always wanted to make. That's very enticing.
And I think
extremely enticing.
I think it was leaked what the code name for it was.
Code name, yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I was like, there's no way there's a title. I would buy the code name.
Kojima's next game is codenamed Overdose.
Oh, I think I heard about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the very little that we know about it, it sounds I'm ready. I'm ready. Give me Kojima.
Give to me. And finally, my most anticipated from this entire show, obviously, I'm a space boy. Starfield. Fucking love space.
Dude, this was a huge reveal. Like this, it looks so good.
Extended gameplay trailer reveal. You get to fight space pirates. You get a jetpack. Third person and first person perspectives, which is great. Huge fucking skill tree. Like so many. The skill tree is so big. There's multiple of them. So many skill trees, dude. Oh my god. Spacefaring combat, which means dogfighting in space.
Oh, fuck yeah,
and
dude.
Not only that, I don't know why I'm going to use this analogy, but just like Kingdom Hearts 1, where you get to customize your gummy ship, you can fucking customize your own spaceship and build it literally from the ground up. weapon systems.
I know why you use the comparison, because it was a stellar comparison.
Weapon
That's a great
weapon systems, armor sets, color grade, even down to the types of metal that you use for your ship, specific manufacturers within game that you get to consult for different blueprints of your parts. Like, the amount of detail that went into this, I was almost like questioning, is this still a Bethesda game? Like, do they do this? Like, I've never seen this level of detail in a Bethesda game. It's kind of crazy. But literally over 100 systems to explore, 1,000 landable planets that you can go and explore, spacefaring combat, fully customizable spaceship, and resource farming, and like No Man's Sky, and settlement building. Build your own space colony.
I'm so happy for Bethesda. They're like they've with this trailer, you can see they have like fully fucking broken the shackles of the two IPs that have been holding them back.
They said this is a game that we've always wanted to make but never had the time to.
Yeah. And like I feel like Fallout and Elder Scrolls were kind of like they were the two major IPs that they like almost became a slave to, where they were like, we have to put out the next Fallout, we have to put out the next Elder Scrolls. And I'm glad we didn't really get any, like, we got like almost nothing about Elder Scrolls 6, like, because like this was the Bethesda that we needed to see.
We did get an update on the next expansion for Elder Scrolls Online. They're going to High Isle, which I think is
okay.
Cool. Which I think is cool. I think that's the place where the High Elves are from.
By word association, I would think so.
I would think so, but we could be wrong about that. But yeah, like, I'm so ready. How the story goes is they didn't tell us much about the story, but the Crimson Raiders are like a space pirate faction that you are like, they're like basically one of the main antagonist factions of the whole game, and apparently you get the choice to join them at one point.
That's pretty cool.
You get the choice to join them or not at one point. But the main point of the story is you are contacted early in the game by a group known as Constellation. That is quite literally the last of the space explorers, the last of the space frontier trailblazers. Quite simply, their one goal to exist, or their sole purpose, is to answer one question: what's out there?
Okay.
And basically, it's kind of like sick and kind of like almost a little bit cliche, but like kind of sick to hear them say it when they literally said, you're going to unravel the mysteries and the secrets of the universe. And it's like,
I like that.
And it's like, man, little old 3-year-old me watching Treasure Planet, never before would I have known that I would get to go anywhere in space, explore anything I wanted, like land on 1,000 different planets of my choosing. Like, I'm so happy. Like, this is one of my most anticipated releases of 2023. I know
for sure. No, Starfield. No, it looks very impressive. I just got through the trailer.
I know your most anticipated release of 2023, though.
No, you don't.
Yeah. But Starfield is not my most anticipated. My most anticipated is Marvel Spider-Man 2. For obvious reasons.
I mean, mine are also for obvious reasons. So.
Yeah. I mean, I think Spider-Man's up there for you. Like, pretty up
Oh,
there.
Definitely. No, Spider-Man 2 looks so good.
Definitely.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Definitely,
dude.
Star Wars Jedi Survivor is also on that list. Definitely a big one.
I still need to finish Fallen Order.
You haven't? Oh, dude. That would, if you finished it, that would have made the trailer so much better. Yeah. You got to finish it. That's got to be. There's your shorter game. There's your shorter game that you need after The Witcher 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's not long. It's like 30 hours.
No, I can do it.
And you've already gotten, like, what, 10 hours in?
Maybe.
5-10 hours in? Somewhere around there?
Maybe, yeah.
No, but it's good. Scratches that Dark Souls itch, strangely.
Oh, no, it definitely does. I watched you play it and I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
I really apologize, but it's an emergency. I'm going to have to take a quick bathroom break.
Oh, okay. I'll talk about more stuff at the PC game from the PC game show.
Kevin, fill like 45 seconds. Fill like a minute and a half of time.
All right. He probably forgot to go pee before the show began. I don't blame him. So, more stuff. I don't know if you guys saw the PC game show earlier today, but there was a new sort of exploration narrative game revealed called The Invincible. A lot of focus on a sandy planet with a spooky sort of space station where you're investigating strange circumstances of what happened to the crew that was operating that station. There was this sort of robot that had like a literal antimatter gun that erases matter from reality. And like you were trying to like hide from it and like sort of pull its data recorder and stuff like that, but it's very cool. They sort of blended to visual novel sort of aesthetics in there as well. So I don't know. The Invincible, that's very much on my radar. But I just love space and I love sci-fi exploration like that. So definitely The Invincible. Look into it if you're into that sort of stuff. Endless Dungeon is a new roguelike from Sega. Looks like it's a co-op and it's a co-op shooter and it's a solo shooter. Isometric tactical with plenty of robots to destroy along the way. Yada yada yada. Deceive Inc. is a new spy thriller that seems very much inspired by Deathloop. I think the voice actor for the main character for Deathloop is actually voicing one of the characters in Deceive Inc. But it's like a 4-person multiplayer game where you're trying to like solve different spy-like goals. Basically, you're being like 007 almost, where you're like achieving different things like getting like secret packages, documents, stuff like that, and like you're fighting against other players. But it's sort of mixed in with a little bit of prop hunt too, because you could disguise yourself as like stationary items, which I think is really cool. So definitely, if you're into that sort of thing, look into that as well. Something that I think everyone should keep an eye on. It gave me a lot of Detroit Become Human vibes. Is a game called The Alters, which is a weird horror game set in space. From the makers of This War of Mine and Children of Morta, 11-bit studios. And the trailers seem to focus on a male protagonist just walking around, losing his mind, frankly, just wandering the hallways of this like space station. And as he wanders the hallway, he like focuses on a team of like a space crew that's like they all have his face. So I don't know if he's a clone or like he's just losing his mind, but I think he's losing his mind. But it's coming to PC. Doesn't have a release date. I think it's 2023 where that's coming out. So a lot to look forward to in 2023. Outriders World Slayer. Obviously, that big update is something to pay attention to as well if you're into looter shooter type things. We got a interview about Arma 4 and the designs and the intentions that the developers are trying to go into behind that. So that seems pretty good. They just released Arma Reforged, which a lot of people are excited about because that has a very heavy focus on mod support. So I think that's pretty cool as well. Something else that I was into is Super Animal Royale, which is it's a battle royale but with cute little cartoony animals that fight with guns. And it's really funny because like you're fighting as these like little dogs and cats and fox animals, and you're just like to the death, and it's really neat. But yeah, definitely check that out. That's Super Animal Royale. Oh, he's back.
That was embarrassing.
Has the crisis been averted?
Yes.
Okay. I told them a lot.
I should say the crisis has been depleted.
Got it. Okay, so I talked a lot about certain games so far. One game that I think we both should keep an eye on is the Invincible, where it's sort of like a narrative space exploration game where you're like trying to find what happened to a crew on a strange, spooky, sandy planet.
Okay. I love spooky space theme for this fucking
like
week.
It's mixing visual novels in with first person narrative like explorations. It gave me strangely enough, it gave me you remember Firewatch?
Yes.
It gave me that sort of
such a great game.
It gave me that sort of vibe. It gave me I was like, this reminds me of Firewatch. It's called The Invincible.
I'm skipping through the trailer right now.
Dude, there's
yeah, I get the Firewatch vibes from it.
The giant robot that comes alive fires a literal antimatter gun that erases matter from reality.
Don't get hit by that.
Nope.
I don't know why my brain attributed that to the Will It Blend YouTube channel from like 10 years ago. Every time he opened the blender, he was just like, "Oh yeah, iPad gas. Don't breathe this. Don't get hit by that."
But that looks really cool. Gave me strong Firewatch vibes to the point where you could actually it had the little pictures that you remember you get from Firewatch sometimes, like the little drawings that the main character would do. You got those but instead here they're not drawings, they're like flight data recorders, but they have illustrations and stuff. It's pretty cool. But yeah, definitely keep an eye on that. It did not receive an initial release date, but I think it's coming out in 2023. I'm going to say 3 words that don't belong together yet sound great. Tactical Breach Wizards. Imagine.
Go on.
Imagine John Wick mixed with Rainbow Six Siege in a third-person perspective, or an isometric perspective, and you have this game. Tactical Breach Wizards is a narrative sort of RPG where you play as a literal soldier squad of wizards trying to stop World War V. Definitely watch a trailer for it, because whoever is the writer for the dialogue deserves a fucking raise at this developer, because oh my god.
So it's Endless Dungeon?
No, this was Tactical Breach Wizards.
Oh, I didn't see that in this article. Dude, you're probably farther down than I was.
It's near the start.
What the fuck did I miss?
And this dungeon is literally right below it.
In the article you sent me, the Invincible is right above Endless Dungeon.
Look right above that. And there we go. I was like,
kind of gives me Hotline Miami vibes.
Honestly, no, Hotline Miami and Rainbow Six Siege and John Wick. That's the vibe it gave me. No, honestly, I'm really excited about it.
Music is very reminiscent of the Avengers theme.
I'm excited about it though. I was not.
It looks very fun. It looks pretty good. What else did you talk about?
I talked about.
Actually, I can go back and watch. What haven't you talked about?
All right, so what I haven't talked about, I skipped over Solstice. It's an action RPG that takes that is inspired by Final Fantasy, as well as
yes,
Souls-like
the fact that
games.
this is coming out at the same time as Wizard with a Gun. By Devolver.
But you should
wild.
But you should go follow Solstice. Like, you should wishlist that because it seems right up your alley. It seems like Dark Souls mixed with Final Fantasy, but your character has the ability to, like, essentially go mob psycho. Like, definitely look into it. It seems like it's right up your alley. Go do some research on it.
Speaking of things right up my alley, Demon School.
Demon School. Oh, I wasn't super into that.
I like the look of it. It kind of it reminds me of those horror JRPGs like Corpse Party.
Yeah.
I really like the look of it. Like almost minimalistic or like freeze frame, so to speak.
Right. One of these standouts for me, like probably the best thing from my favorite from the PC game show. After 23 years, we finally
great setup.
We finally have a sequel to System Shock.
Yeah, dude.
System
we got more
Shock
look at it.
Reboot. Oh my god, I'm so excited for it.
It looks gorgeous. Like the fact that this is coming after like the first System Shock, which is literally like CD-ROM era game.
The first System Shock came out in 1994. System Shock 2 came out before the turn of the millennium. It came out in 1999.
Wow.
It's been 23 years since we got a System Shock game. I am so excited about it. Oh, God.
Absolutely.
I didn't pick up on it, too. I was watching the trailer. I was like, what is this? This seems like something... It's been so long since System Shock, I literally forgot about it. I was like, what?
Yeah, dude, no, like, that was another one that when we got the initial trailer, that, like, my squirrel brain called it, but I didn't say it out loud.
Yeah.
Like, I was watching, I was like, fucking System Shock? And then my brain, like, my rational brain was like, there's no fucking way this is System Shock. Much like, the Resident Evil Village reveal trailer, when I was like my brain, I had the thought, I was like, is this Resident Evil?
But you were like,
and I didn't say it out loud, so there's no basis. I couldn't be like, I called that because I didn't. I just need you in the audience and Kevin as well to trust me that my brain was just like, I didn't trust my own instincts, so to speak.
I believe you. Don't worry about it.
There was I've already talked about it. There was the flash of the umbrella. The umbrella, yeah.
The umbrella, you know.
The Umbrella Corporation logo in the Village teaser trailer.
Right.
That gave me the...
Excuse me.
Yeah, like, hold on.
I talked a little bit about Deceive Inc. It's a 4-player multiplayer suite where you sort of play as 4 different spies, all sort of in like a free-for-all versus mode. Where
Among Us?
Yes and no. Think of like Deathloop mixed with Prop Hunt, and you're pretty close.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Deathloop and Prop Hunt. Yep.
Seems pretty much like that. I was looking at this and I was like, it doesn't seem like my kind of thing, but I could see someone out there having fun with this. Like if you have some friends that you just like to mess around with.
Specifically for Violet, I think you would really like Potion Craft Alchemist Simulator. It's coming in 2022.
Oh, if Violet is a fan of that sort of game, then they'll also like... Where was it? I forgot the title. Oh, God, I forgot the title. Where is it? It's in here somewhere. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna get you.
Oh, also, Violet, the next game by Clay, Rotwood.
Oh, yeah, Rotwood.
Clay did Don't Starve and Don't Starve Together. And Violet was the one who put me on to those games.
Oh, right.
Rotwood or Alchemist Simulator. I'm reading your. I've been yearning over that game.
No, it's a different one. Fuck. It's something like it's if it's not called this, it's close to it. I want to say it's Pentium. Pentium. But it's one of those where you like you're
I'm looking. I can't find it.
Was it at the Xbox showcase? Dude, I've been watching so many game showcases over the weekend. They kind of all blend together.
This week, it
could have been at the Xbox showcase.
Please assimilate into Summer Game Fest so we have like a 3-day Summer Game Fest. We can get all of this out of the way and we don't have to.
Also, watch the trailer for Alters. It's from 11-Bit Studios, the creators of This War of Mine. This guy is losing his goddamn mind in space. And I'm here for it. It looks like he's getting clones, almost. Clones of himself, or either that or he's just going fucking insane. I talked a little bit about Arma 4. We got some news about that. It's coming in the future with increased mod support. And they were talking about some behind-the-scenes stuff that they were working on. I Am Future is a futuristic city builder filled with humor and weirdness, is how they put it. We got DLC confirmed for Jurassic World Evolution 2, which is the Jurassic Park builder sim. New trailer for Immortality, which is Sam Barlow's next game. Upcoming thriller. All about an upcoming actress who has mysteriously disappeared with her last moments of life only existing on tape. Seems pretty cool. Got Nivalis, a cyberpunk city sim, which is pretty cool.
Nice. Yeah, I'm watching this trailer for the Alters right now. Kind of terrifying.
Yeah, kind of scary, but in a good way.
Oh, for sure.
They gave an update on Scorn again. We had an interview about, funny enough, Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2, about that game and how development is coming on that. We also had a bit of an homage with a reveal of Agent 64 Spies Never Die, which is literally like a cold rip of GoldenEye 64. Just put into a different game and called a different thing, because it looks like it's GoldenEye 60. It looks like it's trying to be GoldenEye 64 without calling itself GoldenEye 64.
Fair enough.
Like
for some reason, right when you started talking about that, I was like, Agent 64. I was like, is this I thought you were going to be like, it's an homage to Hitman.
We got a new
Agent 76.
Got a new space thriller. We got so many sci-fi games this year, my guy. Like, oh my god.
As a sci-fi fan, like you were telling me, a lot of people were complaining online, like, where the fuck is fantasy? As a sci-fi fan, we bought it eating good. You know, we bought it eating good. So
Elder Scrolls fans will have to wait for Elder Scrolls 6, and then they could have their fantasy. And
wait till Starfield comes out.
Dude, we literally have...
Elder Scrolls 6 is not coming out until after Starfield, way after Starfield. Like, give it like 2 or 3 years after Starfield.
For sure. Like, Elder Scrolls 6 is not coming out before 2024. No shot.
Keep playing your nude Skyrim mods and, like...
Honestly...
I wanted to keep going with that, like, fake insult because I love Skyrim, so I love Elder Scrolls.
No, I love Skyrim, but, like, at a certain point, you like to play other things, you know?
Exactly, yeah.
A new game that I'm actually interested in is called Deliver Us Mars, starring a female protagonist going through a space station and overcoming galactic storms on Mars, which seems like a sort of like another space sort of exploration game. New game called Stormgate, which we got an early look at Summer Game Fest. It is called, quote, the next evolution of RTS strategy games. So, interested in seeing more about that. Beta testing for that starts in 2023. Victoria
kind of looked fun.
Yeah, Victoria 3 is a new game set in an industrial revolution setting where you control your own character, and it's a 4X strategy game where you're sort of like a resource manager, and like it's sort of like a Civ type game, like set in like Victoria, Industrial Revolution era England, that sort of Europe era. But yeah, it seems pretty cool. Got Force Frontier, a new medieval era adventure. Sort of like, kind of like gave me Oregon Trail vibes, honestly.
What a game to get vibes from.
But like, in concept only, like not in actual look, you know? Because like the actual Oregon Trail was like 8-bit and blocky and only on like a green Game Boy type thing, you know? Or MS-DOS, you know?
Yeah.
Super old. But I'm pretty excited about it. A mod campaign, which is 2 words that don't usually go together. A mod campaign for Half-Life Alyx is coming soon.
Oh?
A mod campaign called Half-Life Alyx Levitation describes a 4 to 5 hour story expansion by, quote, a hobby developer, and it appears to be extremely polished, so much so that you can't tell if it was work that the original developers did or not.
Jesus Christ, that's awesome.
That is a dedicated fan. That is a dedicated fan. That's like the guy who like did the RE4 retexturization project.
It wasn't a remaster. I love the video that someone did.
It wasn't and it looked better than the remaster.
There's like I think it's like a 20-minute video about this one guy like doing his like own, so to speak, remaster of the game. But the guy who did the video said it's not a remaster, it's not a remake, it is a restoration of it. And it is so pretty. And it's out fully. Like when I can't remember the YouTuber who posted the video. I want to give him credit. So like give me a second. But at the time of the video posting, it was not fully out yet. But I believe it released February 2nd of this year fully. It was like a double number. RE4 restoration.
Because like I remember I was talking about like Capcom hire this man now.
Jacob Geller released the video on it October 19th of 2020.
On the making of it, right?
On the progress and the making of the Resident Evil 4 restoration, which is how like what I call it, because it's like that. It's such a perfect way of putting it, because he literally took real world examples of the architecture that appear in game and implemented them. It's don't even, dude. You've gotten me started. The video that Jacob Geller did was in partnership with a Curiosity Stream, which should tell you something.
Yeah.
That like this is a fucking thesis on Resident Evil 4 and the art of it. It's
basically
it's 21 minutes. It's called Art Restoration, and in parentheses, and the biggest mod in Resident Evil history.
Oh my god, I'm so excited about it.
Jesus isn't seeing your most beautiful thing ever. What happened to the Jesus hair and beard? Beard's still here. I trim it every once in a while, but a couple weeks ago I got my hair donated. That was why I was growing it out in the first place. Omega, also welcome back. We haven't seen you in a minute. I'm happy you're back, man.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, it's fucking like I can't hear you guys. But speaking of Resident Evil 4, I have the fucking Leon hair from Resident Evil 4, a little bit longer, and a little bit darker, but I like to think that it's still there in spirit. I didn't even ask for this haircut. After I got my hair donated, I donated 12 inches. 6 inches of my hair and 6 inches from other places. No. But I didn't ask for a haircut after I got the 12 inches cut off. My hairdresser was like, I'm going to make this look good. And I was like, yes, please. And this is the hairstyle that I got. But the dye it blonde? Absolutely. It's also the haircut of Sanji from One Piece.
Yeah.
So another blonde character with the same exact hairstyle. So I am more than happy to sit outside with some sun in my hair.
Moving on from the PC game showcase, because I think that's pretty much all that we're...
Yeah, that was about it. I was scrolling back and forth super fast and like couldn't find anything else of note to talk about.
Moving on to Netflix Geek Week, sort of a recap of all things gaming related to there, and anime actually. Something that you'd be interested in.
Just quick, the link I just posted in the chat is the video by Jacob Geller talking about the Resident Evil 4 restoration.
Nice.
It is very fascinating to see how much work one person put into this game. It's Resident Evil 4. Y'all know by this point, Resident Evil 4 is my favorite game of all time. And to see how much effort a single person, with like help occasionally, a single person put into this game to make it look as good as it should. Oh, man.
Yeah, very, very admirable. And I was impressed to see it but I'm like, any gaming documentary I'm probably gonna watch, like any of them out there, because I love the making of videos of those things.
It's so fascinating.
It is.
Like you really can't know what goes on behind the scenes until you know, like until someone tells you.
So moving on to Netflix Geek Week, sort of a recap of all.
Senior's voice is low, by the way. Turn up your gain a little bit. Or just move it closer.
Gain? Hello.
You are louder
Hello.
now,
Hello.
So
I think I'll
take it.
I think I'm good. All right. So, update.
Thank
on...
you.
What was that?
Thank you so much for stopping in, Violet. Always happy to have you.
Thank you for stopping in, Violet.
You were real.
Very happy to see you. All right.
Have a good rest of your night.
Moving on. Recap of Netflix Geek Week, all things pertaining to anime and gaming there. We got a first reveal of the live action One Piece cast and set photos, which is pretty interesting. The Going Merry, I will say, as a new One Piece viewer, looks to me like it's a faithful adaptation.
I've seen the concept art. I haven't seen the actual images.
Mm-hmm.
The concept art threw me off a little bit. However, I knowing where you are now, Kevin, I will say the concept art for Baratier, the ship restaurant that Sanji worked at,
spot on.
Gorgeous.
Spot on.
It looks so fucking good.
I was very happy to see that. Moving on from there, a new anime called Uncle from Another World. We got a look at first images from that. That's coming to Netflix soon. We got a release date for Seven Deadly Sins: The Grudge of Edinburgh.
That's a non-canon movie, I believe.
Right, a spin-off movie. New anime.
Izzy will be excited. She really liked Seven Deadly Sins, I really liked reading it. I didn't watch it.
That's coming out in December. It's a 2-part film.
Yep, and part 1's coming out in December.
Yes.
Okay.
New images at a new anime called Exception, which is a dystopian sci-fi anime set in futuristic Japan, I believe.
Okay.
Farzar is an adult new comedy sci-fi series that takes inspiration from certain animes. Arcane Bridging the Rifts is a documentary at the making of the Arcane series, which I think is going to be pretty cool.
Are we old now? We like documentaries now. Are we old now?
I love documentaries. No, I've always loved documentaries. I've always loved them.
I fell down the documentary hole when I watched. It had a cheeky fucking name. It was the making of the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise.
Okay. I mean, I grew up watching the Discovery Channel, the National Geographic, and the History Channel. So like, that was like bread and butter.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah.
I
Lord.
love you, man.
Yeah, yeah. Junji Ito's Maniac is coming to Netflix next year.
Yeah, dude, another Junji Ito series, which I'm so excited about.
We got a first look at Skull Island, the animated series, which was revealed. Masters of the Universe Revolution is a sequel to last year's Masters of the Universe Revelation. So that's pretty cool. And also, something that I'm pretty interested in, Cyberpunk Edge Runners will debut on Netflix in September.
It looks really good. It looks very good.
Very excited about it. I am very excited about it. I am a bit of a Cyberpunk fan, though. I'm a bit of a Cyberpunk apologist.
I'm a bit of a Cyberpunk myself.
But I was pretty excited about that. Something that pertains to games. 3 Devolver Digital games are joining Netflix's game lineup, namely Reigns 3 Kingdoms, Terra Nil, and Point P. Is that how you say it? Point P?
I think so.
Point P? Yeah, those are the 3 games that are coming to Netflix's gaming catalog. So that's good. I mean, Reigns, I spent a lot of time playing Reigns in like class, like when I was still in class. Like that was a fun game. We got a lot of tie-in games to a couple Netflix shows. Too Hot to Handle is getting its own game. Money Heist is getting its own game. Shadow and Bone gets its own game. And Queen's Gambit gets its own game, which is basically just like chess with a Queen's Gambit theme thrown on it.
Queen's Gambit's getting its own game. So chess, right?
So basically, but it's just like it's got Queen's Gambit characters in it.
So it's chess, but the pieces are Queen's Gambit characters?
No.
No.
It's better if you don't think about it. We got a...
And we've talked about this before, too, but there's a Queen's Gambit board game.
There is. We got a...
It's just chess!
It's just chess. We got an extended reveal of Tekken Bloodline, the Tekken anime, and a message from Tekken creator Katsuhiro Harada. So I'm pretty excited about that. I might actually watch that. I was never super big into Tekken, but if there's going to be an anime about it...
One of the things about Tekken, because I believe I played Tekken 5 or Tekken 6 on the 360. It was one of the earlier games I had.
Yeah.
And I tried to get good at Skeleton Samurai. I think his name is Yoshimitsu. I could have just pulled that out of my fucking asshole. Not sure, but I also could have just fucking nailed that. And having not played the game in fucking like 8 years.
Yeah.
But one of the things that I felt it lacked was a story. So to see like Tekken characters in an anime with story, I think fight scenes are obviously going to be one of the bigger pulls.
Right.
But I think it could be really cool. And I'm definitely going to check it out. Probably give it like 5 episodes or so if I'm like I want to give it a good try. So I'd give it like 5 episodes before I decide if it's not worth it or if I'm already hooked by that point.
The first season might only be like 10 episodes, so if you're gonna do it, might as well watch the whole thing, even if it's not great.
I'm just waiting for a hook.
Waiting for a hook. Have you seen the trailer for it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Cuphead show is getting a second season, which comes this summer, which comes in August, I believe. Yeah, August 19th is when the second season drops on Netflix. The Cuphead show was really good. You should watch it. It's pretty funny. I like it. Sonic Prime gave a new reveal about details about that show that's coming to Netflix of the same name. Netflix revealed that the characters the Big the Cat and Froggy will be a part of the series as well. So that's pretty cool.
It was a slight extension of the teaser they released like a month or 2 ago.
Right. Dragon Age Absolution is a spin-off Dragon Age series that Netflix is going to be piloting. So that's pretty cool. Dragon Age is a lore-rich game franchise. So there's a lot that they could pull from that. There's so much that they could pull from that. And finally, the last announcement from Netflix Geek Week is that a new Castlevania series, Castlevania Nocturne,
starring Richter Belmont,
is dropping.
One of the more famous Belmonts, which I'm very excited about.
Dropping later this year, and I'm very excited about it.
Because I really liked Castlevania with Trevor, but seeing like the fucking 10 seconds that we saw and hearing Richter's name drop, that was literally just like,
so we got a few other things that we could just clean up house on. Industria. Right now I'm on the Guerrilla Collective showcase. All the news from that. So we got a reveal of Industria, which is a first-person shooter. The setting is very interesting. A first-person shooter set in East Berlin before taking you to an alternate universe set in a Cold War that has aggressive robots.
I like it.
I'm very intrigued about that setting. I should just recommend this one for the title alone. New game coming out August 25th called I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. I should just recommend that based on the title alone. It's a narrative survival card game life simulator.
Jesus Christ.
Where you decide your future, whether you want to become an engineer, botanist, or a soldier, or many other decisions. And apparently this is another game where quote-unquote choices matter. So that's a lot of concepts to throw around in a game like that, but we'll see where that goes. Time on Frog Island is a sort of Animal Crossing inspired game where you play as a castaway on a deserted island, exploring and finding ways to fix your ship that has been damaged. Coming July 12th to the consoles and PC. A new tactical shooter set in the zero-gravity expanse of space called Boundary has you pit up against other players in a multiplayer setting where you fight over mastery of physics, where mastery of physics is your main weapon. Goes into beta this summer. So that's pretty cool. A new horror game called The Fridge is Red is being published by Tiny Build Studios.
I mean, I don't want to spoil the game for you. Don't read too much into the title.
I think the fridge is red.
Who's supposed to say it?
But yeah, it has experimental gameplay inspired by PS1 era horror games, including and inspired by SCP Containment Breach as well.
Good.
So
like honestly, it's what it sounded like.
Honestly,
there's the whole fucking mission in SCP Breach that is like the fridge.
Honestly, there's a demo out on Steam right now, so if you want to check that out, I might check it out. Like a demo for The Fridge is Red is out on Steam. I think that's new horror game called Madison shows a PT inspired first person psychological horror game where a player is forced to break lights, lock doors, and contend with sudden noises that the player makes, with a demonic presence slowly stalking them through shifting corridors. Madison, the new horror game, is out on July 8th. So we should look into that.
Word.
Apparently, you also get to visit a red room as sort of like a safe haven where you develop photographs of this figure, this demonic presence too. So that's worth looking into. That's a neat concept.
That sounds really cool.
Yeah, I'm into it. Looking through other things. It's mostly indie titles that appeared at the Guerrilla Collective, but I'm not upset about it. But I'm trying to think of things that like people would be interested in. Exo 1 is a surreal planet exploration game. They got a new update that enhances haptic feedback based on weather patterns and the terrain of each planet, and they gave a update for the game to hit 120 frames per second, which is good, very good. Do you play games? Do you typically play games at high refresh rate?
I wouldn't really even be one to say, you know.
Do you what? I'm confused.
I really just don't know.
Oh,
I will up specs from like what they set at like as like default. I mean, and like I will find specs that run like well.
I was essentially asking, do you play on your high refresh rate monitor?
Oh, the one right in front of me? Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That's essentially what I was asking.
Also, just quick, grain of salt. Take it with speculation grain. Per Alana Pierce, the Nintendo Direct, a Nintendo Direct will be airing June 29th. So you did technically call that, Kevin.
I did call that. I said Nintendo Direct June, didn't I?
Yeah, you were gonna say on the fucking coattails of all of these showcases.
Yep.
So, again, grain of salt, but keep a lookout for a Nintendo Direct in just a little over 2 weeks.
Grain of salt.
Santa Grow.
A little news about games from Wholesome Direct, that showcase. There's a weird bear theme going on at the Wholesome Direct. People love wholesome games about bears, I guess.
Understandable. I need a wholesome game about a shark.
There's a game called Little Bear Chef about a very, very, very small bear working in a very large kitchen trying to start a successful restaurant.
Sounds like Kiwi.
If you look at him closely, it looks like he's so small, he looks like one of those honey jars that's bear-shaped. He's trying to cook in a human-sized kitchen, and he's so fucking tiny, and it's hilarious. Coming to PC and consoles in 2023. There's also Lumberjack. It's an exploration puzzle game about a bear wrecking human-made objects that threaten to destroy nature and harm habitats and environments of his friends. I love that. I love that game concept. I love it. That's out June 14th, so 2 days. So go check that out. It's out on PC and Nintendo Switch. It's out now on PC and Nintendo Switch, and it's coming to Xbox in 2 days. Freshly Frosted is a puzzle game. I just want to read all these descriptions because they make me feel good. They make me feel so good. Freshly Frosted is a puzzle game where you build conveyor belts to decorate and frost donuts and guide them to the exit. That's very cute. Lonesome Village, A Walk with Yala, light adventure game, visual novel, Walk with Your Grandmother. There's a game called Melatonin, which is a story quote about self-reflection told through rhythm mini-games that merge reality and dreams together. It uses animations and sound cues to keep you on the same beat as the music. So that's pretty interesting. That's coming out on September 16th for PC and Switch. A lot of wholesome games. Skatebird. I love Skatebird. Toroa? It's a playable waterfowl game, taking off, floating in water, and soaring in the skies. That seems like a relaxing game. I think that's all that I wanted to talk about. Oh, We Are OFK. You remember that game we saw from if you saw it way back, I'm talking way back, like September 2020.
I don't think so. Hold up.
We Are OFK. It's a musical biopic of the band OFK. It's sort of a visual novel telling how 4 friends come together to release their music.
Oh, yeah.
You remember it?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, I am so excited that we finally got news about it. Coffee Talk Episode 2, Hibiscus and Butterfly. I love Coffee Talk so much, dude. I'm very excited for it. Also, Terra Nil, the Devolver digital game that got ported to Netflix, is coming to PC later this year. So that's pretty cool.
Still can't wait for Cult of the Lamb and Wizard with a Gun.
Nope. A game called Love Burb is coming to consoles and PC later this year. I think that's all I wanted to talk about, really. Yeah, I mean, my big takeaway, I love Coffee Talk. That was such a good indie game for me. It was very good. And I think the last conference that we get to talk about is the IGN Expo 2022, where just a few things were revealed that I want to talk about. There's DLC for Aliens Fireteam Elite that got revealed.
Okay.
That's the alien shooter game. Vice NDR CVR is a game about taking down 1980s drug cartels by using their computer systems against them.
That's pretty fucking cool.
That's pretty cool. I'm very into that.
Is that it?
Oh, we got a new Walking Dead game announced. The Walking Dead Last Mile will
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's called, quote, an ambitious interactive experience. It will debut on July 11th. Yeah, watch the trailer for it. It's called Walking Dead Last Mile. I don't know if you're interested in it.
Last Mile.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, new Walking Dead game got announced. Dinkum, which is sort of like a zoo/farm management.
That's not a real name.
It's spelled Dinkum. Dinkum.
Dinkum.
Dinkum.
You're a dinkum.
You're a dink-dunk.
Only the best content from us here at JK Amusement, ladies and gentlemen.
Exactly. I'm so excited. Forever Skies is a new far from home sort of post-apocalyptic survival game. So that's pretty cool. Autopsy Simulator sounds gross.
Sounds great, actually.
Oh god, I'm not excited about that. One of the goals for this, there's a story for Autopsy Simulator apparently where you're trying to find a serial kidnapper, which is crazy, but that's something. Gory Cuddly Carnage.
Gory Cuddly Carnage
is a game where
I'm very interested.
Is a game where a cat rides a hoverboard and violently eviscerates evil unicorns across a sci-fi city setting.
Sounds great.
So happy. Evotinction is a new hacking/stealth game about a rogue AI. Rat and Reich is a squad-based strategy game where it's a familiar World War setting. I think it's set in World War II era, where it's a strategy game and different enemies are rats, mice, roaches, and lizards.
Okay.
So that's interesting. Sort of an anamorphed take on World War II conflict. I think that Blockbuster VR. Are you kidding? Oh no.
That sounds like a horror game.
Blockbuster VR.
Yeah, it sounds like a horror game.
Why does it sound like a horror game?
I don't know. Something about Blockbuster. Like I just feel like there's going to be like a spooky twist to it.
All right, that's pretty much it that I wanted to talk about. Is there anything that you wanted to talk about real quick?
We talked about everything I saw and was excited for.
Word. Oh, real quick before we go though, stuff to keep your eye on because we are still not done with summer game reveal season because we apparently have a Nintendo Direct incoming, and there are rumors that there is a second PlayStation State of Play planned for this month as well.
What a fucking flex. Jesus Christ.
I know. I mean, did you feel like they were sort of holding back?
100%.
Did you feel like they were holding back?
And I was still satisfied, and I was like, wait, they could, like, this was the State of Play?
It felt like they were holding
back.
It
might be that my standards are very high when it comes to Sony, but I don't know.
So, but we have reports from industry insiders that it is very likely we'll see a State of Play before June is over. And we apparently have unofficial confirmation that a Nintendo Direct is also happening before the month is over. But stuff that we do know is happening, we have a extended look at multiverses coming up next week.
Nice.
New gameplay for that. I'm very excited for that. This Thursday, June 16th, we have a Final Fantasy VII anniversary stream where it is highly likely, highly anticipated, and highly speculated that we will finally be
and highly rumored
that we will finally be getting the reveal for Final Fantasy Remake Part 2.
Part 2. Fuck yeah.
So that's pretty cool too. The stream is only 10 minutes long, so we're gonna see what they talk about there.
Yeah, dude, that is a tight time frame.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be that might be like a little bit of like, thank you for supporting us all these years, and then here you go type of thing.
Yeah, something like that. And tomorrow, Capcom's E3 stream, where we will be getting more details revealed about Resident Evil Village DLC, as well as more details about RE4 Remake. Oh, we eating good.
We body eating good.
And that Capcom stream tomorrow starts at 6 p.m.
Eastern Standard Time.
All right, I think that's it. We've talked for a long time. This is the longest show we've had in a while.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Imagine if we did have a doc, you know?
Oh, dude, the doc would be fucking like 9 pages.
Dude, it'd be insane. All right, we're pooped from the amount of reveals that we went through.
Kevin's pooped. I'm peed. I have to go to the bathroom again.
So do I. So we're gonna peace out, and we'll see you. I think same time next week, same time, same channel, same day of the week. Same people, unless I've seen a movie with a new movie with a cool, edgy male protagonist that I adopt their personality. Yet to be seen. All right, play some games. Bye bye.